Welcome to the flowerschool.com video library. I'm Leanne Kessler, Director of the Floral Design Institute, and today I'm here to share with you a fabulous fragrant bridal bouquet. For preparing the flowers, I bring them in at least 3 days ahead of time. I've got garden roses that have been opening out, getting beautiful. Then from SMR, I got some gorgeous stephanotis. They're so fragrant. Stunning. And then gardenias. Now the gardenias I've already soaked and hydrated, and then I stored them in this airtight container so that they're ready to design with. For full care and handling, you'll find for garden roses, stephanotis, and gardenias on the website, flowerschool.com. To add a stem to each of the blooms, the stephanotis, pull off the green, and then using a commercial stephanotis stem, place it in from the bottom, pulling out the seed pod, and then taking the wet cotton swab and inserting it right up in, twisting it slightly till it goes in tightly, then set it aside, ready for designing. For the gardenia, you'll want to remove the leaves and the sepal, and then using a 22 gauge, pierce through, bending it down, then using a 26 gauge, clutch wrap snugly, then tape over so that it's got a perfect artificial stem. For the holder, I'm using the standard straight handle holder from the Oasis Company, soaked with flower food so that it's ready to go. But I wanted it to be covered. I don't want any of the white to show. So using beautiful leaves from Dusty Miller and Super 77 spray glue, I just spray glued the back of the leaves and then adhered them directly to the holder around the back and the handle. The luxurious garden roses, those go in first. Their stems are a little heavier, their heads bigger. That petal count, isn't that amazing? Giving it a cut, and then setting it into the cage, making sure it goes deeply so that it will drink. Some in the mid-level, some more towards the top, and then some tucked clear down to the bottom, and at a variety of levels so that some will be in a little further and then some coming out further so that you get some depth and dimension to the bouquet. With the beautiful base of roses, now it's easy to add in the gardenias. Now, I took the leaves off, and you may have questioned and thought, but what about the support? The support will come directly from the roses because the gardenia can just set right on top, tucked in, and then the roses are supporting the gardenias so that the petals don't reflex too far backward. Bringing some in to the sides, and to the top, and to the midsection, and then I even like to overlap them just a little bit to get a little more fragrance right in the center. I wish you were here in the studio with me. It is so fragrant. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much to SMR for these fabulous gardenias and the stephanotis. And they're the last thing that I put in with the fragrance. So I just tuck it in. And their stems are so delicate, it's very easy to slide them in into between the different blooms. And the stem is so sturdy, you don't have to worry about it moving around. And just again, dotting them around the bouquet for a little bit of beauty. To add a little color variation and some texture, hypericum berries are perfect. And they just will add that touch of blush. So I just cut them down. And again, feed them in right between the other blossoms. And it adds so much interest. Now, you may be wondering, How well will this stay together? That's a lot of stems and a very small bit of foam. That's where, again, a professional tip, you need to know your mechanics. Everything's radiating into the binding point, so it's in there securely. But I want to do one more thing and spray it with Floral Lock. This is a spray glue that will lock all those stems in place, basically creating a glue net over the foam to secure the stems so that they can't fall out. Now you don't spray it into the foam. You just nestle the straw down in between the blooms and then over the top of the foam. Then spray, then stop, come over to another spot, nestle it in between, spray, and then another spot, nestle it in between and spray. And in doing that, just little bits at a time, the glue just drips around and locks everything in place so you don't need to worry. What a fabulous, fragrant bouquet. It is just stunning. To keep it alive and fresh the longest, make sure you spray it down with Crowning Glory. You want to totally saturate the gardenias, stephanotis, roses, all of it. It locks the moisture in and helps protect them throughout the day. Now for more care and handling, you'll find it on the website, flowerschool.com. I've got a full video on each blossom. Also creative inspiration, and if you have questions, you can reach us through the website. Or if it's easier, pick up the telephone, give me a call at 503-223-8089. And I'd love to see what you create. Take a picture. You can send it to my personal email, leanne@floraldesigninstitute.com, or better yet, post it on social media, #FloralDesignInstitute, and let us all see. Now it's your turn. Have fun and do something you love.